All right, hello, welcome back. I'm glad to see you if you're returning. If this is your first time here, welcome. I think you're going to have a good time. Here, right now, we discuss a guy named DarksydePhil, also known as DSP. He's pretty unlikable and full of chicanery. So I've switched audio devices. Hopefully this sounds a lot better. And as I learn how to edit and normalize everything to good levels, then ideally it'll eventually sound great. I'm getting there. Hold on. And also, I did record another little commentary thing the other day when he had this katsu burger thing, but I didn't want to get typecast as a DSP Tries It reviewer, and I also, as I was going through it, it's like a 30-minute segment, and even just talking over it, there's nothing really of note. I think he said he was going to order from this place, and he did, so there wasn't even any real scandal involved. The food looked fine, and he was just incredibly boring and eats weird. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw that one up at some point if I ever decide to go through and finish editing it. But for now, we've got this one, which I've watched the first 2 minutes of to get a kind of a flavor feel for it. And it seems worth trying. So, aside from this little first minute, we'll be seeing it together for the first time. God, I hope there's some gold dust in here. Let's go right now.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Snort.
Oh, obviously, thank you, Snort Hogan. I'll put the link down in the description. I'm leaving his
All right, cool.
intro
Ready?
in.
Here we go. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't see yesterday's React show, well, you're not the only one. Not a lot of people really watch my React show. I'm just going to be honest, okay? But yesterday on the React show,
Not a lot
somebody
of
tipped
people
me a
watch it.
buck and
That's
said,
great.
"Are you aware that one of your detractors has scammed your other detractors?" To which I responded, "Well, I'm not aware of this, but I'm not surprised." To understand this situation, okay, we actually have to go back a couple of months, back to the summertime, when I was covering
To
some of the
understand the
ridiculous things
situation,
my detractors
let
were
me
doing
give you
at the
some
time.
background.
So
Just
allow
fucking
me
tell
to
the story, my man.
turn back the clock a couple months here, guys.
We turn back the clock.
And back in, I believe this was like late August,
It's
okay?
like a really boring
One of my
history
detractors
professor or something.
made a video called DSP Gaming, We're Coming For You Legally. Their name is Super Crazy. It got them over
I thought he didn't watch
10,000
detractor
views in a
content.
day.
Isn't this a big thing he's all about?
Okay?
But here he is,
Here's the
not only
video
watching
I
it,
made about it. It was a
but,
highlight
making
on my
videos
stream. It
about
was
it.
like 40-some minutes. Obviously, we're not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just going to summarize this for you guys, okay? Basically, this person, Super Crazy, is literally crazy. They actually
Oh,
were
gosh.
accusing me of some kind of a systematic attempt to ruin their YouTube channel, when in reality I had never done that at all. Never. Like what they're accusing me of
not.
never
That would
happened.
require
They were
effort.
trying to say that I was
I
trying to
believe
get
you.
them like in trouble with
However,
YouTube and shit like that.
I don't know.
None of
There's
that
plenty,
happened. Okay.
There's plenty of dumb
What had
detractors
happened
out
was
there.
at one point I had erroneously issued a copyright takedown against one of their videos.
Oh,
And then when
now
I
things have
realized that
sounded
it
a
was
little
an error,
different
that
now.
it was actually not what
I
what
issued
told me
an
it was. I thought that the
erroneous
video was like
copyright
a
claim.
blatant ripping of my content without making it transformative. But I made an
Oh,
error,
so he just-
and so I corrected the
he
error
just goes
by
out and
retracting the claim that was an
slaps
erroneous claim on their
copyright
video,
strikes on
and that's
whoever he
that.
feels like it
So because
one
that
day.
happened, now keep in mind this person didn't suffer
Pretty
any
sloppy.
consequences or anything as a result of my error at all. Okay,
No consequences
fine.
except for the strike
but they
or the claim.
then became obsessed with me and had a strong grudge against me.
I mean, yeah,
And
they'd
literally
probably
started this
be.
insane
They'd probably be
campaign
pissed off.
saying that DSP was trying to end me and my channel and look at all this. Basically, they just brought up a whole bunch of bullshit,
Just
trying to say that
dramatic.
I was hitting them with false claims and strikes and things. That never happened. Like, I never did any of that.
Well, you
Okay?
did.
And
You
there's
did
no
give them
evidence
a
I ever
false
did any
claim.
of that. There never would be any evidence because I didn't do it. All right? It's just nonsense. I mean, I've shown my copyright claims leaderboard on my channel and stuff publicly before. There's no way I did it. It's not, you know, it's not there. All right? So they're just out of their minds. Okay? So anyway, this guy made this random video literally out of nowhere that he's saying he's going to sue me. And in the video, after, you know, rambling on for endlessly and just nonsensical content,
once
basically says at the
counts
end
as a total
that they
reputation for all time.
a
But
publicly funded page on Give Send Go. I mean, I've never even heard of this. Give Send Go. Okay?
I mean, I've never heard of it.
And they were raising money.
Sounds
Let's actually
sketchy.
watch the segment now.
I mean, it
Ready?
does sound
Here we go.
sketchy, but like,
By
why?
the way, my camera is above my camera from before, so I'll move my camera down here.
Oh fuck! They're multiplying.
Okay. So now there's two of them.
No,
But let's see.
we're
Here we go.
doomed. Two of them.
Give Send Go. All right.
I've never heard of this before.
Help me fight back. He's trying to. You can't see it.
I've never heard of this before, except when I made a
On
video
this
about
website,
this.
Give Send Go. You can see it above me here. This person, super crazy, had raised at this point over $2,000.
That's
Okay, over
Fucking weird.
$2,000. What they're showing in that picture there is the one time that I erroneously had issued the copyright strike against them, but not that I had retracted it, which I did. I realized later I'd made the error and I retracted it. Okay, so I talked about this at the time and I said, look at this guy.
you shouldn't
He's
just be
trying to
putting
raise
out
money. Let's actually
random
hear
claims.
exactly what I said.
You should really think about those before you abuse the
$10,000
system.
for this campaign.
However,
folks. He's trying to raise
yeah,
10K.
this does definitely
Help me
sounds
fight
like a
back against
scam.
False DMCA abusers. There is literally one case of a DMCA claim against the man, and it's been retracted. Okay? This is held with legal costs in order to fight back against a serial YouTube DMCA abuser. Did you see any evidence of serial YouTube DMCA abuse in his video or in my flag
Yeah,
history?
I don't know. This definitely seems like a really dumb fundraiser.
Whoa. In December
I'm
2021 and
kind of
January
curious if this
2022,
guy
Florida
did
DSP
intentionally
issued knowingly
scam or if he
false
was just
copyright and community
dumb.
guideline strikes against
You
my
know?
YouTube channel. That's defamation.
He was
Or
like,
that's
"Yeah,
libel.
sure, I must be
You
able to
put
sue
in
for
writing a
this. How
false
much
statement.
lawyer cost?
No,
I don't
I
know.
did not knowingly issue
10
a false
grand?
copyright
10
strike. I thought
grand?
it was legit.
That sounds about
I
right.
did not
10K?
ever issue a community guideline
Sure,
strike
I'll
against
start a
you.
fundraiser
That's
for
libel.
that."
Oops. Sorry that.
Then he
that,
started
bro. You
getting
probably
money
shouldn't have put that in there.
and called up a real lawyer's office.
So
I was like, "What's your
basically, This
retainer?"
guy in his
they're like,
entire
you
fundraising
know,
post is lying.
15 grand.
I haven't done any of this
He's
stuff
like,
that
"Oh,
he
shit.
claims I did. There's no evidence.
I've
of any of it.
miscalculated."
It never existed. He's lied, right? And then he further keeps doing more libel and shit down there. Okay, so it's all lies. The entire campaign is lies. Now you can see
The whole campaign's
under
lies.
my camera. I guess I should move my camera again. This
I
guy
don't
has
know.
raised so much money, over $2,000. Mary Sci-Fi, only 7 minutes ago, pledges $40. Marked one an hour ago, pledged $10. These a bunch of
Oh
numbers.
no!
Pledged 15,
Please
okay?
don't be the
So
real
this
Mark
guy
one.
raised, all in all, if
That
you
is
guys aren't
10
aware, this
USD,
campaign
so.
kept going on and on. And this guy raised about total over $3,000. Now I went in that video. I outright told everyone about this, and I said, guys, you have to understand something. This guy is a scammer. This is not real. Like, he's putting up an actual campaign for something that's not actually legally actionable. No wrongdoing has happened. He has no evidence it's happened. Even if he filed a frivolous lawsuit, the lawsuit will go towards YouTube.
It sounds
not
like you
towards
abuse
me,
the claim
because
system.
YouTube is the one
So
issuing
I
strikes
could
and shit,
see
not
in
me.
theory there being a
YouTube would be
suit
the
here,
one who would
but
have to show all the
you'd have to bring it as like a
information,
class
not
action
me.
or
So
something,
literally the
and
entire
get a bunch of
thing is
people who
false.
had
If he
been
had
harmed
said,
together.
I'm raising funds
Otherwise, I don't know
because
how
I'm
you'd get
suing
any
YouTube
evidence for it.
because YouTube's system is falsely taking down my content. He would maybe have some legal grounds to do that, but his entire Give Send Go was fake because it never was for a proper legal reason at all. It was just him making it up. Okay. Now
Yeah.
I warned everyone at the point that I made that video. There was only $2,000.
But nobody's going
raised.
to listen to you because your
Morons
credibility shot
went back
because
to
you
that and gave the guy more
constantly
money
lie.
to the point where he had over $3,000 raised. Okay? Well, folks, are you aware of what's happened? So here's what's happened. Okay? Basically, he took the money He let the campaign sit there for a little longer to see if any more money was coming in, and then he just closed it. So the campaign is defunct. You can't find it anymore. It doesn't exist on the internet.
Sounds like every fundraising
people for
campaign.
weeks, about 6 weeks, the people who actually contributed to this guy's campaign have been trying to contact him, saying, hey, Super Crazy, so we sent you all this money. So what's the status of the lawsuit against DSP? He's gone. He's not responding to anyone. He literally took over $3,000. He pocketed the money and he ran. And he's not making content, and no one can find the guy. No one knows where he is or where he went. Okay?
Maybe
now,
if he didn't scam us, he'd lose the house.
I hate to say I told you so, because the thing is with my detractors, they literally think that like I'm the worst person on the planet for some bizarre
It's always
reason.
funny. Like Phil is
So,
the most
they
extreme
never listen
example
to
of
me.
this, but it's always funny when people,
100%,
you know, I told you so. Why didn't you listen to me?
Outlined for them
If
why
you're
this was
constantly
fake,
full of shit,
why this was
and
not
you're
legit,
constantly
how there
wrong,
was no way that
and
this guy was
especially
ever
if
going
you're
to sue me with the
constantly
money,
lying
that
or
he was
bending the
scamming
truth
people.
or
But no
omitting
one
important
listened.
details, and everyone is
Literally
aware
no
of
one
this,
listened to me. Instead,
then
they
yeah,
gave
nobody's
him more
gonna
money.
listen to you. And
The
even
thing
when you're
is,
right, nobody
this is
would
a
listen to
running
you.
pattern, all right? If
Which
you don't remember,
It doesn't
okay,
reflect negatively on them.
a couple
It
months
reflects,
ago,
it reflects
or about a month and
positively
a half ago,
because they can learn from
this same
patterns,
exact
unlike
situation happened
events.
with a content creator called Cog, okay? Similarly to what happened there with Super Crazy, Cog had made statements about me in his private Discord, and apparently people in his Discord hate him and leaked the messages to me. And basically what Cog said was, ha, DSP
I don't know
is
that
such a
they hate
grifter.
him.
He has to put on
I feel like
glasses and wear
leaking
a hat
Discord
and wear a vest
messages
to
is
make
just
any
a
money.
matter of course.
You know, what a
They
loser
probably
and shit
did it
like that.
to
And
troll,
basically says,
troll
I'm going
Phil.
to try to copy DSP and I'm going to do his shtick. Ha ha ha. Like basically trying to make fun of me, right? And the funny part is, Cog's so behind the 8 ball, what he didn't realize is that I had phased all that out.
He's
like I
what?
wasn't doing glasses and hats and vest
He's
rewards
behind the
anymore. I
8 ball?
actually
I don't
phased it out of my content
think that
by the
means
time
what he
he was
thinks it
commenting
means.
on it. But I mean, that's par for the course for that guy.
8-ball
Pretty much, he's
idiom.
completely irrelevant to anything on the internet. So his joke didn't even make sense. But the funny part was when I heard about this, I knew this
He
guy
means
was
like
a
behind the
nobody,
times,
all right?
behind the
And
curve,
I knew
obviously.
it
but
didn't
this-
matter if he's talking about this junk
Behind
on
the
my
8 ball
Discord.
means finding yourself
But
in
I
a
said,
hard
I'm going to do a
situation.
test. Because already I had
Like
seen
being
what
caught
happened
between
with
a
Super
rock and a
Crazy,
hard place.
okay? So I'm going to do a test.
When you're behind the
here
8
was
ball,
my
you're in a
test.
pickle.
If I bring this guy up out of the blue in my content, right?
So, yeah.
And I do a segment on him
Definitely
on
not
the show.
how you use that.
All right.
Because
So
he's giving a
this would be
hypothetical, so I
interesting,
stopped paying
right?
attention to him.
Maybe
He just
if I
fucking
bring this
talks.
guy up,
He never stops.
the detractors will take the bait, hook, line, and sinker, right? So I literally did a segment, and it was not a long one or anything. All I did is I read his message, and I said, well, Cog, here's the thing. You should know your betters. I'm bigger than you. I'm more well-known than you. I get more viewers, more money, more attention. People like me. So therefore, if you want to copy me, well, they say imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery, right? If you actually say you're going to do a whole stream
sincerest?
where you put on glasses, you wear a hat, you put on a
Sure.
vest for contributions coming in, right? Then go ahead and do it, right? I'm not going to stop you from doing it. Go for it. Learn from your betters and see what happens.
Phil's
So the guy
not
literally
really
does it. Now, of
better
course, his
than
stream is
anyone.
negative towards me. He's been making fun of me, right? So he does this on stream. Guess what happens? All of my detractors show up to his stream. All of them. He's got hundreds of viewers for the first time
Remember
in
when
ages. No
Phil
one
got
watches his shit.
overtaken by
But
everybody
he's
who
got
had
all
gone to
these
direct
people
capture?
hanging out with this guy now.
Why
Okay?
didn't you look to his
And
betters for that?
All of a sudden, they start throwing him money. And he makes hundreds and hundreds of dollars on this stream. Just because he's making fun of DarksydePhil. Okay?
Yeah,
So he
that's
puts
kind of
on
a
the
good
glasses,
shtick.
the vest, the hat. He does a big to-do. Like, look
Uh-huh.
at me, I'm successful now, right? Because I did it. And so the next day, I went on on my show, this very show, and I had one final segment about cock. And I said,
He doesn't even have a
"Folks,
good argument for
I
why
wanted
that
to
was
do
a
an
bad
experiment.
thing. And honestly,
The experiment
I
was
guess there isn't
successful.
one. If people are going to
Controls
piss their
took
money
the bait.
away on streamers,
I
they're
have
going
now
to piss it
proven
away.
100% without a
And so
shadow
if they
of a
want
doubt.
to, if they want to give it to this
As long
cog
as you
guy
talk
because
shit
he's
about
doing a
DarksydePhil, there is a
funny
group
routine
of
where
mentally
he acts
stunted
like
morons who will come to your content, watch it, and
DSP,
send you
then
money.
go
It
for it.
doesn't even matter if what you're saying
Sorry,
is
mentally
pertinent
stunted morons is such a
true,
funny phrase.
or even relevant. It could be completely outdated, like Cog making fun of me for putting on these things. I don't even do that anymore. But that's the thing with these people, they don't care. They're
He's
actually
just so butthurt about it.
mentally brainwashed into thinking
Oh, they
that
gave him
DarksydePhil is the worst person
for
on the
making fun of
internet.
me.
That
That's not very nice.
DarksydePhil is the person who should be derided and by any means necessary, right? That they will go to a nobody's content and support. They did the same thing with Ralph. Do you remember when I brought up Ralph briefly? So when I brought up Ethan Ralph, they also went to his content and they were trying to build him up to do a big anti-DSP event. They really wanted this to happen. Ralph? They wanted to have the anti-DSP
stop playing with your hair. What are you doing?
Event, the Fuck Phil Festival. That Ralph, they were trying to build him up and coach him into doing this festival. If you're wondering what that is, the sun got really bright and it's
I was not wondering what that is.
From the room across the hall, bouncing off the white carpet onto my face. Holy crap!
Wow, thank you for the most long-winded explanation of how sunlight gets into your fucking room.
You know what? Hold on a
second. Can we get an optical schematic? I need to know the pathway.
The blinds are broken in that room, so now there's like sun coming in. Hold on.
The blinds are broken. How do you break your blinds? And as a streamer, if this is a problem, this should have been solved a long time ago. I mean, I've got audio issues up the yazoo, and I don't do video, but,
okay, let's continue.
You know, if this ever actually picks up and I actually made it in my career, obviously I would get the blinds fixed if the sun is going to fuck up my stream.
All right.
It's just basic professionalism.
Ralph, surprisingly enough, Ethan Ralph bitched out of it, realizing he didn't have a shadow's chance in hell of winning anything against
Ethan Ralph. I don't think he bitched out. I think
Phil now.
He just forgot about it. He probably got high or
I try to go against Phil. Basically, I'm going to get destroyed. So he bitched out.
Interest.
Even with my trolls, you know, egging him on and sending him funds and shit, he still bitched out of it. Okay? But anyway, so that's the track record with my trolls. Again, they're so dumb and unhinged.
I'd say there's a little bit more of a track record there.
Just have someone talk shit about Phil, they finance it. I mean, even look at Stuttering Craig and Side Scrollers. All right. So what really happened with the Side Scrollers interview that I did in early 2023? Here's what happened. Stuttering Craig thought he had a gold mine. He thought this was the way to propel the failing Side Scrollers rebooted podcast into prominence. He said, "Oh, I can get DarksydePhil on there. We're going to do an interview. He's going to reveal the truth about all the years he's lied about playing mobile games on this interview.
I want to imagine there's a universe
we'll publicly
where
forgive him for it,
people who make content
we're going to be the ones to
vying over each other
we're going to be known
to call the golden boy Phil over.
Amazing. Correct?
If we can just get it, if we can lock in an interview with him, it's going to be bigger than Frost and Nixon.
So now they're so upset.
We're going to get top ratings.
They turn it into, oh, let's just shit on Phil. And all of a sudden, again, my mentally unhinged, mentally stunted detractors go to their show and start sending them thousands of dollars of contributions for it. So they literally turned the day after my interview, which was supposed to be a decompression session where they were going to play Mario Kart.
Costs money.
They turned it into, let's shit on Phil for the entire several hours of our show while we receive donations from his detractors.
Well, you were lying about
They then turned it into a series of content. Oh, the horrors of addiction and mobile gaming and shit like that. And then, over the course of the year, they kept trying to bring me up. They did, oh, the monetize the detractors stream. Oh, let's contact Phil and see if he'll play Street Fighter 6 with us. And none of it made any sense. But
why
every
didn't you play
time
Street
that
Fighter
they did
6
it,
with them?
Literally every time that they brought my name up, they made money.
I mean, obviously people would be
so dumb. They don't understand that they are the victims. They are the ones being scammed.
Which would probably be upsetting
by
for
everyone
you,
on the internet.
You've earned it.
Right?
Like, you deserve your
Stuttering
reputation.
Craig did it multiple times last year. And then he did it again. When I interviewed Craig at the end of August, right? Or was it early September? Whenever it was. It might have been early September.
This is the one where you bitched out.
At the end of that interview, what did he do? He ran to his stream. He turned it on. My detractors showed up and said, say bad things about Phil and send him money. And then he did. And he got made money. They're being scammed and they don't know it. They're that fucking stupid. Do you honestly think that Stuttering Craig gives two shits about DarksydePhil? He does not. He now makes political content. That's all he does is this right-wing
does he genuinely think that, like,
he doesn't care about me?
People who get given money by people who are watching their shit and they just want to support them?
You really think, within a shadow of a doubt,
the same as what he does?
That's super crazy. Actually thought,
because I don't think the side scrollers were asking for donations,
and was actually.
I don't think they were sitting on their stream saying, "Ah, you gotta please support. We've got a tips goal today."
He never had that intention whatsoever. He knew, 100%. that that was bullshit. And he was going to pocket that money the entire fucking time. There is no way he thought that he had a legal leg to stand on. No one thought that he did. I mean, you had to be a moron to give that guy money and think that he was going to sue me for... You're dumb. You're so dumb.
You don't need to be a moron, but it was definitely
this is an ongoing thing, but this is just
bad
a
decision.
pattern that you're going to continue to see, apparently. Like, apparently dumb people have money, and they want to be parted with it. Here's the thing, because people will say,
so this is a guy with no
aren't you
savings.
being hypocritical because you're someone who's on stream and you have contributions? Okay, here's the difference. I've been making content for 16 years.
You've been
daily,
shitting out
for free.
low-grade
I don't charge
nonsense
you for the content. It's going to be here on the internet no matter what, correct?
Yeah.
I have added
just like
value
everybody else
to people's lives with the content that I put out. Whether it's fun gameplay where we all laugh, or we enjoy a great game, or we rage at a bad game. Whether it's covering news or commentary or whatever I'm saying. You know what I mean? I make meaningful content. If you wish to support the content, by all means, please do. And that means I'm going to make more of
he
that
really
content.
Likes that phrase.
Right? But it's meaningful stuff.
If you keep saying...
It's not me just sitting here saying
you make
well,
meaningful
fuck that guy,
content,
he's a piece of shit.
it doesn't
well,
become
fuck that guy,
meaningful.
He's a piece of shit. Well, fuck that guy, he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Is that what you want? Like, do you really think that's the same? Like, me just doing that, right? I just said, do you think that's the same of the content that I put out all day? What I actually put out...
Nobody wants to be the same as your content.
Work.
That's
you understand?
bad.
Work. Where you have to actually do, like gameplay and have skill level to progress and beat games, and I have to research topics and give you kind of informed discussion.
You don't
and things
research
on
anything.
The podcast. It's very different.
You rely on your chat to handhold your way through every game, and you're bad at every game.
Essentially, that's what people have wanted me to do with guys like Review Tech and stuff, and I refuse to do it. Right now, people want me to be talking about Review Tech USA on the stream. Why would I do that? What's the point?
Yeah, why would I do something that would get people interested in viewing my content?
So I don't do that. I'm not the lowbrow guy who's literally going to go for the lowest hanging fruit. That's not me. These people are so dumb, though, that they don't understand that they're the ones who are the suckers in the situation. It ain't me. I'm sitting here having fun, making content.
No, that's true, actually. Phil is not the sucker here.
We're all good. The suckers are these idiot detractors who want to throw money at people just to talk shit about me, and they get scammed every fucking time. Do you really think Cog cares about DarksydePhil? No, he was hoping.
Well, this Cog guy was apparently
my name,
doing the joke begging,
him, and these
so it is like you. But everybody else has been getting donations because people are enjoying the content, and they either want to ask a question or they want to support.
Wise the fuck up and stop throwing
and nobody on the other
every
streams is begging for it. Yet,
keep doing it.
This guy
that's stupid.
Can never stop begging.
So who's the next one?
And he thinks he's doing the same thing. It's absurd.
From the dumbest people on the planet, my detractor base. Okay. Good segment. All right, let's continue.
Imagine having to like use the word detractor base and also have one. You gotta really fuck up to have a detractor base that's this committed. Alright, that wasn't, I'll be honest with you, that wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be. He just has stupid takes on everything. That killed me when he's like, I make meaningful content. I make meaningful content. I'm not owned. You're owned. You're owned. Just real bad. Well, there's that. I hope you had fun seeing DSP be prescient, and we need to listen. We need to listen to the guy. Maybe we need to give him a little bit of credit. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Let's operate on that logic for a week and see where it gets us. Oof. Don't actually do that. That was a joke suggestion. Anyways, that's been the show. Hope you had a hell of a time. This is Liveware Problem signing off. Ooh.